going to be sharing with you how to do a billy goat craft. We're going to make our own billy goats from the 3 Billy Goats Gruff story that we're reading this week. So what you're going to need for this craft is actually 2 paper plates, 2 different ones, some crayons. I'm going to be using some brown, some gray, and some black for my billy goat, but you can use whatever colors you want. I have some googly eyes here for his eyes, but if you don't have googly eyes, you can just draw on some eyes. You're going to need some scissors and some glue, and probably a stapler might be easier than the glue at some points. So if you have a stapler, great. So the first thing that we're going to do, you're going to take your first paper plate, and you're going to take the bottom part, not the part you eat on, the bottom part, and we're going to fold it in so that the outside, the bottom part is on the outside, and the inside part where you eat is coming in like this. It's kind of like a taco, okay? You're gonna fold it and just kind of squish it down and really smush it down so that it folds and so it stays, okay? And this is gonna be the main part of our billy goat's face, okay? So once we've done this, we can set that apart. When you have, with another plate, a totally separate plate, you're gonna cut out some ears. These are gonna be my billy goat's ears. So I have just cut out the edge piece and kind of did a little curvy so that it looks like a little ear. So this is gonna be his face, and then his ears will be like sticking out like that. So you'll have 2 ears that look like this. And then at the top of his head, you're gonna cut out a horn. So he'll have some horns that stick out up here as well, because billy goats have horns. They stick out at the top of their heads. So for the horn, you're just gonna cut a long piece along this rigid part. So here's the difference between the ear is a little bit oval and the horn is just like a long rectangle almost. So once we have our pieces, you're gonna have 2 horns, 2 ears, and a head. And now we can color in our billy goat. So I'm gonna make mine, he's gonna be brown, so I'm gonna color his face mostly brown with my crayon. And this bottom part here, so I'm gonna color his whole face brown, and then this part is gonna be like his little beard. So we can cut into it to make it kind of like a beard. I'm gonna make his beard gray, I think. You could also use paints for this if you wanted, but I don't have paint, so I'm just using a crayon. You could use markers too, but I just like crayons. So that's what I'm doing. And your billy goat could be any color. Could be blue or purple or green. Okay. So I've colored it mostly brown here. I think I'm gonna do his beard at the bottom gray. So I'm just gonna take my gray crayon and color that in. Okay, so now I'm going to draw on his face. So I'm gonna make him have a little triangle nose and color it in using my black crayon so that it shows up. Here's his little nose. He has one nose. I'm gonna make him have a nice little smile. My goat's gonna be a happy little goat. And then my eyes, I'm gonna wait for it because I'm gonna use googly eyes. But if you could draw your eyes on here as well. Right above, he would have 2 eyes above his nose, right? Because we have 2 eyes, a nose, and a mouth. And so his beard, I'm going to take some of my scissors. I'm going to take my scissors and just cut strips up his beard to make it look more like a real beard. So now it's kind of fringy, like a real beard. All right, so the next thing you want to do is when you take your ears, you can actually draw a little bit of brown fur or whatever color fur on your ears as well, because their ears have a little bit of fur on them. They're not just white. So I'm gonna color the ears brown too. I just did the outside, I left the inside white, but you can color the whole thing if you want. And I'm gonna do it to this one as well. Okay, so here are my 2 ears, and I'm going to staple them now. You could glue it, but it might stay better with the stapler, so I'm gonna staple it. I'm going to take my little ear and stick it behind the goat's head, like this. And I'm going to take my stapler, and you can ask a grown-up to help you with this, and put it in like that. And press. So now my billy goat has 1 ear, but he needs a 2nd ear, right? Right, so I'm gonna take my 2nd ear and stick it behind his head like this. I'm going to take my stapler, stick it through here, press, use your muscles. So now my billy goat has 2 ears. All right, the next step, he's missing his horns, right? So his horns are gonna come up here at the top of his head, like that, and poke out. So I'm gonna take my horn, stick it behind, use my stapler again, and push it right through here. Press really hard. Now he's got 1 horn. Now we're gonna put the 2nd horn on. Stick it behind there, come in with the stapler, and press. All right, so now my billy goat, he has his beard, he has 2 ears, 2 horns, and all I think he's missing are his eyes. So I'm gonna pick out 2 eyeballs that I want to use. And I'm gonna glue them onto my billy goat. So I got my eyeball. I'm just gonna put a little bit of glue. Alright, my billy goat is all finished. So this is my billy goat Gruff. Alright friends, I hope you have fun making your own billy goats. Alright, bye friends.